So Laura, could we start if you could just introduce yourself and tell us what your role is in the organisation?
My name is Laura Westhorpe. I am the General Manager of HomeMade. So HomeMade as an organisation is now 35 people with 1,700 customers.
So that's been obviously over the last, say, 2 years.
Yep.
What are the plans for the next 2 years for HomeMade?
Well, we really, over the next 2 years, especially now with the platform, we really want to cement HomeMade's sort of unique proposition in market as a home care provider that's quite different. Our level of transparency, there's nobody else really that is providing that we are to our customers. So we want to continue to enhance that and enhance that value proposition and cement ourselves as one of the leading self-managed providers. We want to continue to grow and scale. We believe that our offering is quite unique, and then we really want to figure out how we enable more customers to self-manage through the right safeguards and right level of protection for customers, because a reality of home care is that people deteriorate, people's needs change. So for us, that safeguarding piece and making sure that we've got the right level of visibility so that we can support customers as their needs change is really important. Doesn't matter what dinner party I go to, if I get asked about my work and I tell people what HomeMade does, there is always someone that goes, can you give me the details? I know somebody, or I am experiencing, I need that service, right? And absolutely, my dad went through the process with his mum. If HomeMade had been a thing, it would have kept my nana out of residential aged care for instead of her being there for
and that
a
gives
lot
me,
longer.
that gives me goosebumps thinking about that. It's very real, isn't it?
It's very real. It's a very, very real problem, and it's a very real opportunity being a part of a business like HomeMade in a position to do something really different, and not just be a part of an institution that might shift things around the edges. Like, innovation and disruption is at the core of HomeMade, and that makes all the difference.
So with the head of quality and risk, how does that role support the journey that HomeMade is going on over the next 2 years?
This role will have a key part in that compliance piece and in our accreditation. I think helping to inform what our best practice roadmap is, but also helping to identify how we are going to meet the requirements under our model. So it's not about saying, well, this is the way that it's done in traditional providers, so this is the way that HomeMade needs to do it, but actually about what outcomes are we seeking and how might we evidence those outcomes under our model. So I think this role will really heavily inform strategy around how we actually scale to the size that we want to get to. We will look to bring them on quite quickly, but I think for me, having built HomeMade, it's really important that people can also build their teams themselves. So I don't want to be hiring people's teams for them. I think that people coming in and having an opportunity to build it out for themselves.
How exciting.
It is.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
I like working here.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you very much.
That's
Laura.
okay. Thanks.